Hey, my people. Wahala don shele o. Nigerian government don shock concerning this Biafra nation naturalization. Wetin dey happen right now, you go shock you. I talk am say me I no go talk too much for this video. I go show you the evidence. What is happening right now concerning Biafra nation. Nigerians, this one e tire me o. Nigerian government no go fit hold this one. Abeg, make I drop am. I will be right back.
And that is, I feel that is okay. We don't want that anymore. Biafrans, are we to continue to suffer? No! Are we to continue to suffer? No! We have decided that we must surely, Biafra must go. Crumbles! Thank you.
Thank you. That is how the Ikwerrland people of Biafra land do greet. That's how they do greet. Now we are moving forward to see other people, other languages in Biafra land. That is how the women of Africa in Biafra land greet.
Yes.
So that is the system that the people of Omo in Biafra land used to greet. That is to tell you, Biafra, we have so many languages. Thank you and God bless you.
Biafra, unabiala
That is the greeting of Igbo people of Biafra land. Thank you and may God bless you. We are now inviting the Amanyanabo of Okirika to come and tell the people of the world the decision of the Okirika people towards the restoration of Biafra. Thank you, Mr. Amanyanabo. You are welcome.
Biafra, Biafra, As a king of Okirika, I am known as David Elliot, announced that we Okirikas are not Nigerian. And I will still give a reason that why we are not Nigerian. We Okirikas, we are Biafran, and I will still give a reason to the world that we are Biafran. Why I said we Okirikas are not Nigerian, because when it comes to Ikwerrland, we are with refinery, setting our oil well. As Okirika, we are not benefiting all oil well. Rather, the Hausas and the Europeans. Why I announced that we Okirikas are the Biafrans is that when it comes to Ikwerrland, we have a place they call Umama. They have the place they call Church. They have the place they call Ojiriba. Did Ojiriba Hausa name? No. As Okirika King announced, I myself, like I said, my mother from Abia State and my wife from Imo State. My father's mother from Imo State. Is it not Biafran? Yes. Announced that the international community to help us and release our brother, our uncle, our elder, our daddy, and our son. I mean, my Biafran because me na be Biafra pakane. Me na be Biafra pu yibo pu Biafra pakane. You kelkami ba Biafra jam kelkami be si amago ke Biafra itiade. Kelkami be si go ke Biafra itiade. An go na go den na me na kelkami ma. Me na my Biafra. Ha Biafra.
Cross River to come and tell the whole world the decision of the Cross River people towards the restoration of Biafra. Upon you are highly welcome, sir.
Efikma.
Yeah.
Efikma.
Yeah.
Biafra ma.
Yeah.
Biafra mamara. I thank you all. My names are Etimiu Udo. I'm from Calabar. I represent my people so that the journey will be easy for everyone.
Amechi Buke, Amechi just come out now and said that all those times that he was claiming to be Igbo, he was just trying to play solidarity because there is something they have to do for Igbo people and they don't do it. That's why he's wearing Igbo traditional attire with red cap. Somebody from Ikwerrland, and he said it's not an Igbo man. He said I have to be an Ikwerrland man before. Who is Ikwerrland? Who is Igbo? What's the difference between?
Well, it tells you that, like, just like what people want to know. When people say, you know, Akabulan and Africa, who is Akabulan? Who is Africa? That's the question, you know. And also, when you look at the word Akabulan, Akabulan is the original name of the black people of Africa. You know, before they came with the term, the word Africa. You know, what is the originality of the Ikwerrland people? What is the originality of Obibo? What is the originality? What was Port Harcourt called before they even think of giving birth to Amechi? It is called Ugwu Ocha. Ugwu Ocha is an English, an Igbo word meaning, you know, a hill that is white. That's the meaning. But I can tell you that a lot of people, because of they have acquired so much wealth, they feel they're above the world. Not nobody's going to get them anything. You know, they can decide to manipulate anything just to please the same Fulani. The same Amechi in a rally where when he came to Aba some time ago, he said, "I am Igbo, and nobody can take my identity away from me." And like is pursuing another ambition where, you know, I don't know why people are afraid. These people, I think it calls for a thorough research, you know, to find out, you know, why these people are always denying their identity because of political reasons, or because, you know, they will not be brought into the fold of secret fraternity with the Fulanis, so that they can be able to be made governors. So I think there should be a research. If somebody can devote time and research on it, because I know what MI Opera did to be able to develop Ugwocha as an old eastern region within his territory. And I can tell you, as at that time, if you look at the number of registered business compared to the whole of Nigeria at that time, the Southeast has the highest. If you look at the production and the consumption and the processing of palm oil as at that time, as in the economy, Southeast was there. It was the same M.I. Opara. In fact, it was in Yoruba-land that they named him M.I. Opara. Because they cannot complete that name, which is Igbo. He had a choro Opara. So they said M.I. Opara. There was a reason. So when you see this thing happening, you know, you begin to ask questions.
Often and often.
Is Amechi, Chibike Amechi, having a political ambition that requires him to deny his identity? That is the question. And I thought the Ohanese has replied him, you know, that he's claiming Igbo is political. He's wearing Igbo clothes is political. That after all, what that is being done to the Igbo people, he is using the Isiako cloths, which is a cultural attire of the Igbo nation, to portray a kind of protest. I don't know this. Everybody was surprised, you know, that has Wike now transferred a kind of virus to him, or, you know, before they move into that fraternity, you know, by the Fulanis, they need to deny anything that has to do with Igbo, because a Fulani man does not want to hear anything Igbo. And of course, we can see, I keep on saying it, name all the top politicians in Nigeria from the northern part of the country. All of them are Fulanis.
But do you think it's because of they were factoring Amechi into this coalition? Maybe it's going to become vice, or maybe they want to even give him ticket. Do you think that's why he's trying to deny his Igbo or original?
Of course. Anything can happen. Most of them does it clearly. You know, do you know that most of them have to import strange names on them? Like King Sarowiwa, is that his real name? Go and find out. Somewhere along the line, they begin to deny their identity.
This Ogoni, people also part of Igbo.
What are you talking? Who are the Opopos? Who founded the Boni Kingdom? Who are the Jaws? So he doesn't know how these things revolve over time. That's what they call regeneration. If you're a Yoruba man now, for instance, and you have stayed in Onitsha for 3,000 years, do you know there's every possibility that you'll be called an Igbo man? Yeah, am I making sense of that?
Yeah.
And that is why they're telling you that the Bini people are called Onitsha people. Now, them be the Onitsha people. Onitsha. Bini people that migrated to that place now. But today, those Bini people now cannot say they are Igbos. But they cannot claim they are Bini. I don't know whether you understand if that this in the corner, but I'm just trying to point something at you. You understand? Those people that moved to Onitsha now, as at that time, that are Bini, for instance, can you go to Onitsha now and tell them that they are Bini people?
No.
Of course.
But it surprised me how people usually lost their origin, because if you check around the world, there are so many places that you can find Yoruba. Go to Benin Republic here, you find they still claim the roots. How is it that within our Nigeria corridor here, you find Igbo in Benin place, you find they deny? Some of them just wake up now. Igbo people just wake up now and say that we are Igbo. And you find them in a place like a River State and all sorts of those places, and they first of all deny that they are Igbo.
Okay, you know that before now, you can never believe that Ibanke people are Igbo. And Ibanke is made up of about 6 or 7 clans. And that traditionally, you know, the Ibanke ancestors were part of the Bini kingdom. We are also Bini. Now they look at Anyoma.
Anyoma in Delta State.
In Delta State.
I've been hearing about Anyoma for a very long time.
You understand? So when you see all these things happen and you see, but what did the history say about these people? Just like what I was saying, you know, that when the white people came, they removed Akabula and put Africa, and people are calling Africa. And when you say you are Akabula, I say, what do you mean? Where did you hear that one from? But that is who they are, and that means the Garden of Eden. That's the picture. So an average Fulani man wants you to deny whatever. I can tell you that there's a reason why if Obi is being denied that coalition, it's because he has an informant. I can tell you also that in 2023 we saw what happened because it was turn of the Igbo. They denied it because he's an Igbo man.
You are fast forwarding me to maybe another thing that I may want to ask you on a different interview video. But this one that you have fast forward me, you have been leapfrogged. So what I think as you do now is to just join it, because 2027 is like if Obi is now the bride that everybody want to marry now. PDP are now calling Obi to come in, although they are calling other, but I think that it's Obi that is their priority in that area. What do you think is happening that everybody want to be in their clan? Do they want to use Obi opportunity, or do you think because of obedient follower?
No, the factor is very clear. Obi cannot be vice to anybody. That's what the obedient is saying now. What Obi picks any VP position for anybody, including Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the obedient globally will disappear. That's a fact.
So does that mean that PDP is ready to give Obi tickets?
No, let me tell you, you cannot trust PDP, you cannot trust Labour Party, you cannot even trust ADC, you cannot even trust which other party, NNPP. But the only thing is that whatever structure they are going to use, let them sign that Obi is going to be the presidential candidate of that adopted party. whether PDP, whether that is the only way to go. Outside that, Obi should run independently, whether from any party. Yeah, and that's what the Obi doesn't want to hear. But he said, Vice President on anybody. In less than a second, the entire obedience globally will disappear, including in Nigeria. And I don't think P2B want to see that happen. And that's what we are saying now. That if Amechi is nursing Chibike Amechi, he was named Rotimi because your father fell in love with one of the legendary legal luminaries at that time, Williams Rotimi, outstanding man. That was why they said, this great man, let me name my son
After him.
after him. Rotimi. You understand what I'm saying? That was how Rotimi came into the name, you know. But they called you Chibike Amechi. If you are saying you are not Igbo.
Okay, but what it surprised me, why has it been always that people from that axis, like people from Ikwerrland, they have always been anti-Igbo and they have Igbo roots? Because from the name Rotimi Amechi, that one sound like Igbo. What is
okay, it's not like sound, not like that. They are Igbos.
That is Igbo. That is Igbo.
Chibuke. I've stayed in River State. I've stayed in River State. I've lived in Bodokot. I stayed in Rumola. You know, I stayed in Egbema. I stayed in my Dio. You know, I go to all those villages. Go there yourself. When you see what the chairman of River State PDP chairman, find out his name. He's an Igbo man. Uche Secondus. What is Uche Secondus? Uche, is it a Yoruba man?
Yoruba not a Bia Uche.
Bro, let me tell you. You see, all these things is very clear. We understand. But the people that hold this culture and tradition of the Ikwerrland people, you know, there's no two ways about it. I can tell you, the Ndoke people, you have the Ndoke people, you have the Anang people, you know, you have the Efik people, you know. The Ndoke people are in Abia State. Listen, the Ndoke people are in Abia State. Ijo. Oh, I don't want to go down. Then, if you look at the Ndoke people, you look at the Anang people, then you look at these people moving from that particular geographical location to another place. Over the years, you don't expect them to be the same. It was an Igbo man called King Dada of Opopo that discovered that island, they call Bode Island, which is the Opopo people. Biafra came from. That's what they say, King Dada of Opopo. But you see, that's what the Fulanis want, so that they can create this division, create this confusion. But these people that they say they went to school, they don't know who they are.
It's very, very funny, and I don't know, it's very, very obnoxious that because I think Amechi sees that maybe something good is coming to Southeast again. Then he rise up. He begins to rise up. He's aiming for something. Maybe he think he have to deny his Igbo roots to achieve his own ambition at the detriment of the Southeast.
Of course now. I go and listen to Amechi's speeches up and down, where he was talking about Igbo, talking about a lot of speaking Igbo and up and down. At the end of the day, he come out and tell you that it's not Igbo. You go know that there is something actually wrong. Imagine some Wike saying that it's not an Ikwerrland. He's from the same place with Wike.
Yes, of course.
Wike said that he's a Benin man. Then they call it the Ezechi man. No problem. I said we don't know this.
How does Uyezom sound like Benin? Uyezom, Wike.
You know that immediately that Biafra war, a lot of people change their names. They say they don't want, because if you bear Igbo name, you're under. So we are bearing it now. Be careful for. We say we are Igbo, and we are bearing it. Let them come and kill us because we bear Igbo name. But those people now, You see those people within the coastal line, you understand? They are the ones who are running away, changing their names, renaming their houses, changing their orientation, answering the Oyinbo name, Secondus, Edwin Clark. Who told you that? Who told you? Now, look at Asari Dokubo himself. That said it's from Abia State. Abi,
that one too is a confused man. Today is an Igbo man, tomorrow is a Fulani.
What is it called? He said he's now Al-Haji. You see, that's the problem. And that's what the Fulanis want. That's what they want to see. You see Obi Kubana going to kneel down before the Shetima. You know, what does that mean? It tells you a lot of things. It gives you it gives you an insight of what is actually happening around. But let me tell you, you know, I get with Chonwa gradually. You can see the Ohanese leader now today is from Tambata is from Ikwerrland, and he said he is evil. And let that confusion, because that's what the northern part of the country want to see. Before they say, okay, come. He hardly. Jubril Aminu, that met Odzokal who he is today, that met a lot of them who they are today, he died. We know everybody of that generation of big billionaires and all that, go and trace their connection. It's coming from the north.
You have to relate with the north.
Yes, for the Fulani, they owe the oil. And if you don't do it, they will not give you anything. And anybody that stood against them, like Mazin Namde Kanona, you can see what is going on. And that is a clear picture. You have to deny identity. It's not a conquest. No, I'm asking you. Is that not conquest?
That is conquest.
Of course, that is what it means.
You can't bear your identity.
Yeah, you cannot, because you cannot. Then those who feel that they can bear their identity, no federal government infrastructure. Mention one. Even on Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mention one. Can you mention one? No, the whole rail project passed through all the whole 36 states of the federation. There's no one in the eastern part of the country. It took federal government 40 years plus or 50 years to even to cross board the Niger bridge.
No seaports
up till now. So what does that tell you? It tells you about the understanding. You know, that you have to deny who you are for you to benefit from whatever contraption that is.
And they have to determine who's your governor. That's the main thing.
That's the picture.
Thank you very much, sir.
Alright guys, the truth is that the Igbos, they are aggrieved. They said they are not being treated like Nigerians. But instead of the Nigerian government to address these issues, they keep on persecuting them. See, my people, make I tell you now, they always talk this matter. If these issues are not addressed, it will keep persisting. To the next generation, to another, until these issues is addressed. So is either Nigerian government address the issue of agitations or let them go. So now I go drop am for you. Drop your comment below the comment section. Share this video, make it go viral. Let the world know what is happening concerning this Biafra. This matter, you don't come off, be careful. I'm telling you. Thank you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.